Hello and welcome to Let's Play Project Zomboid, episode 23, on Special Agent Mulder's 29th day of survival during a Kentuckian zombie apocalypse. Our starter base on the cul-de-sac is getting pretty bare. I've moved all the weapons out, most of the food out. Most of my boards and buckets and heavy things have already gone to the new base in the woods. So we're just going to continue methodically packing everything up. It is still dark, so I need to be careful when I'm outside. Less visibility and all that. You know, I'm going to work smarter and not harder. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to pull the Jeep to the backyard and load stuff into it, like right there in the backyard. Don't know why I didn't just do this before. Also today I'm going to use the front seat because I would like to get this move over with, and we need to use up all the storage space in this here Jeep. Front seat has an encumbrance of 20, so should be able to fit 6 boards just on that front seat. Or 5 boards and 2 buckets. It's looking like today's gonna be a foggy day. We know that zombies love fog. Yeah, I can't do math. 20 would hold 6 boards and then 2 extra pounds. So let's grab another board. Pour out one of these pots. Pour out another pot. Now we have fully encumbered the front seat. Every day that goes by, my trunk of the Jeep also has a little bit less carry capacity. And the reason that's happening is because I keep allowing zombies to hit the back half of the car, or the back half of the Jeep. And that's doing slow damage to the trunk. Every time the trunk takes damage, it ends up holding a little bit less stuff. Put as much canned stuff in my backpack as can fit. rest of it is going to go in the trunk. I need to be really careful here. Oops. Need to be really careful here because zombies can quite easily sneak up in conditions like these. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring today as well. Probably do 1 or 2 houses in the rich people neighborhood, and I also would like to explore around the countryside near my base a little bit more as well. Yeah, this fog is annoying. I don't like it one bit. Not one little bit, you know. Load this Jeep up and then we'll be on our way. That's the last of the canned food. So now I have basically no more food left at this base except for the stuff in the fridge and the freezer. Wow, that's a nice coincidence. The last can completely filled the Jeep's trunk to capacity. What are the odds of that? Man, look how thick this fog is. Good grief. I'm gonna set the cruise control really low, like 15 miles an hour. Just make our way along slowly and carefully. Something is causing the Jeep to want to turn to the right, and I'm not sure what it is. It's probably related to how much each tire is inflated. Yesterday in the game, I pumped up both of the front tires to the same pressure. So I would have thought that would have fixed it. But maybe it's doing it because, I don't know, the two back tires are slightly different. Hard to say. You know what really sucks is the last time I drove through here, there were a ton of zombies. And, yep, there's a bunch of them there. Should be able to avoid them If I'm careful. Oh, ooh! Had to nudge one out of the way there. Almost to the turnoff. Almost. There's the turnoff. And we got 2 biters immediately coming to tangle. Now, since we're so close to the base, I have to take care of these 2 biters, otherwise they're just going to follow me right to the cabin. Got 1. Got 2. Okay, we're here at the cabin, and I can barely see anything. Like usual, we'll just head inside and unload the stuff that's in the backpack first. Okay, that's the last of those cans. I have 2 beige curtains. I'm going to go ahead and hang some curtains on this window. At some point I need to remember to pick up that glass on the floor. Okay, so curtains are installed in that room, in this room, and in the front. How about in here? This little bathroom here doesn't have any outside windows. Go ahead and head upstairs. I'm going to remove this sheet from the wall here, and you guessed it, install the curtains. Alright, we got some lard for the refrigerator. A broken spiked baseball bat. I'm gonna put that on a little table there by the foyer. A tire pump. Don't want to be carrying that around with me because it's heavy. Stash the sheet in the little cabinet in the living room. And then we're gonna head back to the car. First though, I'm going to place the plank on the wood pile. Looks like I have about 9 or 10 planks at this point. That's enough to build at least 2 rain barrels. Unload some empty gas cans from the Jeep. And these are gonna go in the gas can farm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like I have 14 empty gas cans, 2 full ones, and like I think 5 or 6 back at the other base. Grabbing some canned goods. Bringing the canned goods inside to put in the canned good cabinet. Usually around noon or a little after is when the fog will always lift, whenever there's fog in the game. That's a good thing because the fog is annoying. I've played some games where it has been foggy like a majority of the days. You know, it's July on the eastern seaboard, and it's just fog every single day. It's kind of silly. Does Kentucky count as the eastern seaboard? I guess it sort of does. So I've filled that little shelf over the sink with chili and spaghetti bolognese, which serves no particular purpose gameplay-wise, but I like to do it for RP reasons. You know, I just like the idea of being in an apocalypse and having a nice shelf full of hearty canned food right there in the kitchen. Unloading these planks from the front seat. Once that's done, I should be ready to go on some adventuring. Fog is still not lifting. Kind of looks like it's trying to burn off a little bit now. Until the fog goes away, I don't want to go exploring because it's extremely dangerous to be outside in an unfamiliar place with the fog being like this. I'm gonna inflate up my tires. And next time we go driving, we'll see if that actually fixes the weird handling of the Jeep. I'm gonna be careful to watch my 6 because of Zeds. I can see the fog starting to burn off a little bit. By the way, in real life, if you try to inflate a car tire with a hand pump like this, it's going to take you like probably hours. It can be done, I think, as long as the pump provides mechanical advantage to force the pressure into the tire, but you're going to be pumping for a long time. The more you know. Alright, that fog's looking a lot better now, so let's go exploring a little bit. I'd like to check out this building here, whatever it is. I think it's a barn or something. Being chased by a farmer zombie. See if he has seeds on him. Nope. Farmer zombies tend to spawn with seeds at a higher frequency. Makes sense, right? By the way, when you're using the foraging menu and these question marks come up, that means that the game is not going to give you any foraging in this area. I think that's a... Let me finish my thought. When the game shows question marks for foraging, I think it's because the game designers did not program like loot tables for this part of the map. Okay. So I walked into the barn and it tripped a house alarm. This is another feature of Project Zomboid jank. House alarms can spawn on all types of buildings, even things that are not houses. So I walked into the barn, and the barn had a house alarm in it. Does it make sense for a barn to have some kind of motion sensor? No, not really. Because, you know, the cows or the goats or whatever are going to set it off, you would think. But could a barn have some kind of motion alarm? I guess it's possible. Not particularly likely, in my estimation. So that house alarm has drawn zombos from hither and yon, all converging on that barn. But what I can do is slowly walk away, and the zombies will never catch me as long as I don't stop walking. I can even forage as I go, but like I said before, the foraging loot for this part of the map is not set to anything, so it's impossible to find anything. Should still be in the middle of this field. Yep. It's an interesting car wreck there. We have a covered truck that was towing a advertisement trailer, which has run into a black car. Both vehicles are probably completely destroyed. If you look at the trailer, it says 93.2 LBMW radio, local news station type radio, and in the game, if you tune into that frequency, you can actually catch radio broadcasts. The game has a bunch of stuff like that that you can watch when the power is still on. You can watch TV channels, you can watch news broadcasts on TV, you can listen to the radio. There's probably like 6 or 7 different TV channels and as many radio channels. And you don't hear any sound or see any video, but you do see text come up when the radio or the TV is going. And it makes for some very good flavor text. You can really get a sense of what the zombie apocalypse is like as it's unfolding. It's pretty unsettling. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I didn't do any of that during this playthrough because I was just focusing on staying alive. But one could easily, fill a couple of playthroughs of just fill the whole playthrough with just watching the TV channels and the radio. Some of the TV broadcasts also give you EXP or XP. I don't know why I said EXP. Some of them give you XP for various skills. Like there's a cooking show that you can watch, and it gives you cooking XP. Okay. It's probably time to head back to the Jeep. Yeah, it's actually one of the number one pro tips about playing Project Zomboid is to watch the watch the TV channels in the early days, the ones that give you XP. There's a carpentry channel, a cooking channel, and then there's like a survival channel. And the survival one can give you trapping and fishing and foraging, if I'm not mistaken. So in the first like week or two of the game, when the power is still on, you can just sit around in your base watching TV, and you can get XP from doing that. It's kind of boring, but you can definitely get some levels in those skills by doing that. Where's the Jeep? I think it's up ahead. Speaking of levels, what is my foraging skill? I'm at level 2 foraging. If I get a chance at some point, I'll read a foraging skill book, and that'll let me level up foraging even faster. Why am I exerted? I haven't been running around, really. Found some lemongrass. Lemongrass is one of the more useful herbs that you can find. What it does is it helps you with food poisoning. And if you keep lemongrass in your inventory, it can actually help you survive if you eat something that's deadly. Like a poisonous mushroom, for example. If I were to eat that, I would usually be doomed, but chowing on some lemongrass can help my odds of surviving. Alright, so I explored this second big field past the hedgerow, and that barn there is where the alarm went off. So, and then down to the south of here, it's just forest, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead and head over to the rich people neighborhood. The RPN, you know, if you're in the know, use that acronym. Head on over to the RPN. I'm gonna explore this this brick rich person house on the corner here, and this one is a little bit special for me because I used this house as a base in one of my very first playthroughs playing this game. In that playthrough, I think I only survived around 20 or 30 days. I ended up dying to a Zed. I got myself zombed. I can't remember if it was a bite or a laceration or even a scratch, but the Zombo got me somehow, and I waited around for signs of infection to appear, and sure enough, the signs of infection appeared, and I ended up... I actually didn't drink bleach. I actually built a campfire and burned myself to death. Now, that's a pretty badass way to go, let me tell you. And I hear zombies. Is this going to be history repeating itself? I hope not. Where did that one even come from? I think he clambered in through that window. This is what I get for running my mouth and not checking the perimeter of the house like I'm supposed to. Let's go ahead and loot this kitchen. We got some heavy dry goods, beans and pasta. I'll go ahead and grab a thing of cleaning liquid. Huh, corn flour. I can't really remember seeing corn flour in the game before. We'll go ahead and take that. Regular flour, yeast, and baking soda. Rotten grapes and rotten leeks in the fridge. Everything in the freezer is rotten. Imagine it smells very bad. In the living room we have some white curtains. I don't want those, I want beige. We have 2 bags of chips. Some beers that I don't want to take. Sure there's a garage. Yep. We got in the garage. Nothing fantastic. This door is just a closet with nothing in the closet. And then this door here, I think it's a laundry room. Yep. Nothing good in there. Let's jog upstairs. Got a bedroom with a single bed with nothing good in it. We got a bathroom. I'll take the painkillers, and that's about it. I've got a bedroom with a double bed. We'll go ahead and disassemble that double bed. With my carpentry with its 3x multiplier for skill. Grab a plank. And some nails. Bedroom closet doesn't have anything good in it. Got a little sitting area here by the window. And then another master bedroom. Is there gonna be anything cool? Huh. The master bedroom closet has a bunch of like military clothing. Camo hunting vest, long johns, camo green t-shirt, poncho, camo boonie hat. That's all cool for aesthetics, but not useful to me. Agent Mulder is dressed up in his fine FBI suit, so none of that other camo gear is going to do him any good. Disassemble the bed. warlords that time. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of space to carry them, so I'm just going to leave them there. Go ahead and take some beige curtains. And then I'm going to be on my way. Cross another house off the list. Zombo, coming to say hi. I think I'm gonna take a short drive down the street here. I'm on the lookout for vehicles. Of course, there's a absolute cavalcade of zombies everywhere that I go, so even if I do find a vehicle, it's going to be dubious whether I can even get next to the vehicle to investigate it, but that's the house that I just explored. And we're gonna go ahead and continue on back home, I guess. It does seem like the Jeep is driving straighter than it was before. So the other day when I was at this house, and I was playing around with the shotgun, I forgot to investigate this car. It looks like the sporty four-door sedan. I can't remember the name of it in the game. But let's go ahead and give it a quick look-see. This is a Chevalier Primani. Can I get inside of it? I can. Is there a key in the ignition? Nope. Oh, for fuck's sake. Every day this game provides some kind of challenge or some kind of almost game-ending zombie experience. Slightly over-encumbered. I should be able to fight off 2 zombies. Back to the Primani. Rosewood map. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. key in the ignition. Oh, come on. This is the kind of dumb shit that gets you killed in this game, yet I'm still doing it. What's in the trunk? Come on, man, what's in the trunk? A golf bag, empty gas can. Eh. Last thing I want to do is check the engine quality here real quick. Engine quality is 90. That is good. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and make a note of this location. Come on. Gotta love it when you're trying to escape and the car won't start. So I'm driving on back to the cul-de-sac base in the creepy darkness. Lights off, ignition off. Do a quick walk around to make sure there's not any nonsense. Zombie related nonsense. Jenny's got 26% fuel and 84% condition. Oh, and it looks like my cabbages have matured. That's good because I didn't want to wait around for these things to finish growing. Harvest the cabbages. I got 10 cabbages from that one little patch. For dinner, I'm going to eat like 3 of these cabbages and stash the rest of them in the fridge. Go ahead and eat that melted ice cream. Just to finally get rid of it, you know? And it made me sad. Okay. Gonna have to do something as a pick-me-up. Refilled my water bottle from the bucket. Grabbed another egg carton. While those eggs are thawing out, I'm gonna go to my happiness room and grab a bottle of happiness. We're in Kentucky, and we're gonna do as the Kentuckians do when they're feeling sad. Gonna drink some good old Kentucky bourbon. Now let's do half a bottle. Nice. It made me a bit tipsy, but it got rid of the unhappiness. I still have the boredom moodle, but boredom is easily fixed by going outside. Let's eat some fresh garden-grown cabbage. The cabbage is decently high in calories. I think it's pretty much the best food that you can grow in terms of calories. It's either that or potatoes. So when we're at the new base and we're setting up the garden, cabbage is going to be the main crop. Cabbage and potatoes are going to be the main game. Alright, I think I'm about ready to go to bed. Let's go check the skill menu, or status menu rather. Favorite weapon, crowbar. I've killed 887 Zeds, and I've survived for 29 days. Mulder's gonna drift off to a peaceful, whiskey-fueled sleep. Wow, I slept till 8:30. And that's gonna wrap it up. Peace.